for
Nsem-Pii will honor more, now Nsem so it is. Utie, now share on my YouTube channel.
Be the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
And I call about Nsem-Pii TV. Nsem-Pii woha na Nsem woho. Asem baako Ghana ha for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I gentry ha the LGBTQI+ case PMO Parliament Private Members Bill as I'm George and NDC Minority MPs be come on the coin. Na I'm say Billy in kai na say e o man ni yemu ene e dachi entina nkomobu wo no tie e wo sie di, but the NDC is trying to make it look as if say omo na pesa sa adi na ebemu na apart from omo no obi am pesa abi ni akeka ho ama nei bill no koko PMO e wona ndan koko fondation o ye say on sign esanse nkofo e contest e wo Supreme Court hu de ye NDC for ba bonten through sami jemfi no kujito black kwa ebe make post say nkura bi anim obi am file suit bia o Supreme Court e koko wi achi na ya mpa say ura Richard the last guy ni my be friend Amanda omonso de asna ko PMO court na court edi kan atena say on preliminary hearing abubo NDC for nsem ni bibiri ato agu nene Chief Justice Bagbin and 4 others etena say as the bench na muti case Richard the last guy and Speaker of Parliament so like on the court down court no saying court him the kudientia omo share na dan for the chin say on sign bill na or say on sign then court etena no the Chief Justice and also president of the court in there or make sure say be televising live and Ghana for biare say there be NDC for nkonko jina ba bia nkonko tumfutrum Ghana for any say as usual the judiciary is trying to derail them in their pursuit to get the bill signed. Nembum Ghana for na be hu say omo kwan mo fa so the back court and omo nsem o the back court ya na mo ha tie televising live and mo bia hu e na tie for na se woni na se o ka kire lawyer for Speaker of Parliament Alban Kings for Swana Baba and the lawyer Lawyer Sory and ne obi nim se no person o kire Chief Justice Bagbin so nimra ne chain no se so wo yo ba ni ntinu no person o nya ne kasete e ma me ne kasete na se lawyer se me ntina se o se kan no tum that so se me kan no tum o se go to authority kura person o go to free mu na just papa or Kasaya meant to maybe the Chief Justice had to go on repeating say leave me and allow me to manage my court. Na just say asem na asifim yi pa yem pese be say ti from repeat omi yem ko hwe enne mentimi ho ase ene yi no a e court so court na fi ruling na Chief Justice get to kono and only two dwa what two asem na sensan indefinitely senator yem ko ni konkuti
objection has filed a motion. Yes, my lady.
Listen. He says there is no material difference between the original relief and the amendment sought.
Good.
The error only seeks to correct an error in formulation.
And my lady,
that's all he said.
If there is no material difference, there is no point in the application. That's the point. There's no material difference. Yes, my lord. So
can you resume your seat? Kindly resume your seat.
Which actually deals a blow to the application.
Kindly resume your seat.
We have 7 pages. It was that omission.
So you just said Mary Wendy Yeboah filed. Please hold on. Let me land.
No, I'm not going to say
Mary Wendy Yeboah filed another affidavit on the 2nd of April.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, 15th.
15th of what?
15th of March.
How can you withdraw an affidavit on the 2nd of April and file a second one on the 15th of March?
No. Mary Wendy Yeboah's own was filed on the 15th of March, 2024, at 2:30.
Yes.
Very well. Then Pumaya's was filed subsequently, or it's the other way around. Pumaya's was filed to correct the error on Mary Wendy Yeboah's affidavit. But each of them raised. So my lady will look at Mary Wendy Yeboah's affidavit and realize that from page 5, that's where it ends.
Sorry.
No, my lady, I've got it right.
You can hear me very well.
Yes, my lady.
You appreciate the pickle we are in.
Yes, my lady.
You filed an affidavit on the 15th of, please hold on, don't interrupt me. You filed an affidavit on the 15th of March.
Yes, ma'am.
You withdrew it on the 2nd of April.
Yes, ma'am.
You filed the second one by Pumaya on the 2nd of April.
Yes, ma'am.
So your substantive affidavit before, please.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Always wait for me to land.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
Your substantive application affidavit before us is dated the 2nd of April.
Yes,
and is the affidavit of Pumaya.
Yes, madam. Yes, but
so why are you referring to?
I got mixed up because I have 4 cases this morning and I just mixed up my paperwork. I've now got it right.
Listen, let me land. If you had just waited to understand my words instead of rushing to justify yourself, you would have admitted that you didn't have a formal notice to object.
Yes, madam.
And that your notice to object would be your affidavit, then you can go on to Pumaya's affidavit. So where in Pumaya's affidavit now do we have your objection?
So
tena omokwase tena kwatena nsemu a yede ababeto ho no eso na eye anti LGBTQI+ bill na ene akwakoto Supreme Court say abranti e friend said the last guy ede eye motion akoto o se nkabeya wo mo hwe ne mampanyensi ni kwan se wonyi ntumu no wo mo kwatena se no mo kwatena se no eye CJ Meche Chief Justice Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokono wono ne tena se watu asem ne de ahye me bosome ne de etoso edu enso na ne ntia wo ye nyina ne se wo makwanya ama abranti e friend said the last guy no atimi afile motion foforo e de akọ na ekoba ne se betimi aboa ama plaintiff ne wo keka ho ne nyina no wo mo astati bibia fresh na oba one for affidavit any statement of the case emfa enka ho na ne wono eye lawyer e de ma eye abranti friend said the last guy eye counsel wono your friend said lawyer Pakwasi Ababio wono ye counsel de ma broadcast journalist your friend said Richard the last guy yi ese wo hwe se mampanyin timenje LGBTQ bill ne entumu na ne esikwan amankrofo bebra wo mo etu twajajo ne crosses bi ni ade bi wo ebetimi eyi afimu ayeyi afimu no wono etimi ekasaye na ne nkasa mu ne wo kire mu se wo mo beye bibia ensema eye Chief Justice de aba no wo mo se mu se ekua wo mo kwakwoto bibia fresh no mo de aba na eniema eso mo de support ye se bi ye eye statement case no wo mo de beba affidavit ahodo eso mo de ka woni nyina no wo mo de ne nyina beba ma bibia timi akoyie owura na wono eye lawyer Pakwasi no ne nsam wo de tudwa eni.
Apparently we had 2 applications on record. The first was to file a supplementary affidavit in support of our application for interlocutory injunction, and the second was to amend our motion for interlocutory injunction. If you watch the court carefully, they virtually granted those 2 applications. So the directive to file or refile the entire process was virtually a repeat of those granting orders, and it was nothing untoward so far as we are concerned. So to us it was in our favor. So far as the law is put in proper perspective for the court to proceed with it in its rightful manner, we are not so much against lapse of time. In law, a motion cannot derogate from the writ and the statement of claim. So where one realizes that his motion and affidavit in support is not in tandem with his writ of someone's statement of claim, he has an unfettered right to amend. And if you don't do that and the matter proceeds by the motion, you risk a very big chance. And that's what we didn't want to go through. So to us, it was a proper review and the corrections were in order.
Eni a woti yeyi eye lawyer Pakwasi na owie ye no de tudwa no chemu se watese nkofo e kase nkabeya ade ye nei no akoba ne se bia ye kwa kwatena se di hu nkomo nka ye nyi no TV so Go TV ene kasapa Facebook ye yi TV stations awa mwan mu nyina no na nka ye yi GH1 na proceedings ahodo no wo ma hwe osesa de no muso mu pa se de be ya pepepe ye ebetimi akoso ye na enkonko ye so obi kwa komo obi sikanti ene agine ka sei gine bu asem sei ene woto ho wo mo organafo nyina so obi ti dwaso so obi wafuo mu so obi wahi wo nyina ehwe binti untimi nkoye sakra wo lobia ne sakadri movement kolosas movement bia wo ho oba ne frenchim said de te no so nsem sei no de to yanimu.
I always say that, but for space, our courts have nothing to hide, especially in this country. These constitutional matters are best placed in public domain so that everybody will hear and understand, to stop some of these speculations we have all around us. It puts an end to this making rounds of stories. We sometimes sound very strange when you are in court because they are not actually what happened. So I'm all yours when it comes to putting these things in the airspace for everybody to hear and see. It saves even us as lawyers because we belong to other social groupings and questions are asked every now and then about what transpired in court. So do to save me from the numerous explanations people may require from me.
Nia wono aye mranim ni adema aye ensentronia wono atimidi asem ya efa LGBTQ+ ho a bill na kwakoto mahye bedwam ye Supreme Court no na wachire na adwa wachire se motion womo ade ba ye no mienu ho a womo age atum ni ade se ye nkonkwo sesemu womo kwakwo sesemu di aba bio wonso no eye krate ba mountain so a womo chire se bill ne ho nsense won betena so ewo open space ene wo bia hwe bi wo TV so no eno nso wo magitumu abibia betimi akoye na brantie ni din ede lawyer Pakwasi Ababio wono eye the last sky ne mranim ni a wota na chi eboa ne se be ya ene human sexual rights and family values bill anti LGBTQ bill na akwakoto o betimi ahwe adimu nkomo se de be ya mampanyi emfa ne nsan hyase ne wakasa no Chief Justice etu asem na akwakoshe May 17th.
Na sansem kroimwa na Attorney General any Minister for Justice owura Godfrey yebo adame kire se saginetuo ya wo de ko ya CJ atimi age atomo no eho hia pa na wono no na ohwe anim se se de betimi aba TV so no se de betimi aba TV so ama na kama na mo no bebo kokko se kokko no oboni nina no lawyer wo hunu sa aba ni se wo mo hwe mo kasa ho yie pa na fei wo mo kasa ho nte emo bia kasa ntwini kasa bia no a eho hia no omomodi antwe omo hu firo na fei ade no se de da no wo mo ye ne frenchim na ye kama pa na ko ba se sa de e koso TV amanfo bi ti abonte a wo mo hwe wo mo susua de enti no enye nsan na ho ma obi a enkanka lawyer fo no mo ba no na mo tumi fa nsua de yenti nsem a Godfrey yebo adame so de tudwa efa ho.
If you recall, about 2 years ago, one of my speeches to the Ghana Bar Association actually made a point that indeed if the media were to have full and unhindered access to proceedings and all, it becomes so clear to the general public that when rulings are given by the court, they're actually on account of principles of law and indeed for the highest standards of law practice in the country. As the Attorney General himself for Justice, I'm a very gentleman at the bar, and for that matter, I'm really concerned about practice at the bar, and it's something I've been making a lot of noise about, if for want of better expression, I may say. And indeed, I find it very indecorous for some language to be used in affidavit. We are all supposed to be gentlemen at the bar, and if indeed you file any process, the words in the processes are actually addressed to the court, and therefore there's a need for us to always avoid unnecessary whipping up of public sentiment by the use of scandalous language and all that. And you saw it's actually in the rules of court. I pointed it out to the court that the rules of court even frown upon the use of scandalous and insulting words. And I'm happy that the court also took exception to that. And I'm happy that ultimately the ruling was that they should withdraw the affidavit and file them again. There's a need for us to maintain the decorum, not only in the courtroom, but in the entire...
Attorney General, any Minister for Justice, owura Godfrey yebo adamini nsem bi okan ye no ene kotie ba ye no.
Paragraph 7 says that plaintiff applicant's first prayer endorsed on the face of his motion paper is modeled up in the difficult to understand prayer to restrain the Speaker and the Clerk of Parliament.
Mr. Sorry, hold on.
Yes, madam.
How is that expressive of a preliminary legal objection to move an application to amend?
My lady, it's
a lawyer,
yes,
like yourself, like
yes,
you found yourself muddled up this morning.
Oh,
yes, you have. A lawyer files. I can see what his difficulty is. When you read, you can see he left out some words. You chose to denigrate that what happened in his expressions by describing it as muddled and confused. And the man now wants to correct himself by expressing it fully. And you say you have a preliminary legal objection.
Yes, my lady.
Where is the legality?
Because, the legality lies in the fact that the motion paper invokes the jurisdiction of the court. And if there is an irregularity on the face of the motion paper, which I am pointing out as the foundation to which I am not accepting what he has found.
No, hold on.
Yes.
Which motion paper?
His motion for injunction.
The man is not seeking. Hold on.
Yes.
Whenever I start, stop.
Oh.
You are going to interrupt me.
Very well.
Then you wouldn't hear what I have to say to you.
Very well, my lady.
The man's application is not to amend his motion paper. His application is to amend his reliefs.
Very good. And my lady will realize that I'm saying in paragraph 7 that his first relief is modeled up in a difficult to understand.
Hold on.
And there's a second one.
Stop.
Yes.
And this is why I'm telling you that the application before us is to correct that muddled up expression. Do you not see that?
And so I'm saying, so my point is that is my objection to it. But
he should not correct himself.
Oh, yes, because you see,
he should not.
Yeah, there's authority on this from this court on that point. That once there's an objection taken to it, you cannot overreach that objection with a proposal to amend.
Hold on.
So that's all I'm drawing the court's attention to.
Stop there, Mr. Stop there.
Yes,
stop
madam.
there. We began this morning by my asking, when you spoke about the preliminary objection, I said, did you give a formal notice?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on. Now, if you had given a formal notice, anyone would have known. But in your affidavit, you only described your opinion.
No, what I found
That's not a preliminary legal objection.
Well, maybe it is not stated that it's stated as an opinion, but what I was stating what I found objectionable about it. And this court has also said that I don't even need that formal notice, that I can get up when he's about to move and take that preliminary objection. Trustees of the Synagogue Church of all nations. And the string of them from the court that I didn't need.
Mr. Sorry, I'm not impressed by what you're doing.
Very well,
but just finish it.
I'm sorry. So,
finish it.
So I'm saying that
it's not fair to your friend. I don't think so. But you want to do it, do it.
I'm relying on the authorities from this court to take my preliminary objection, that I'm entitled to take it just when he's about to move it.
So just do it.
And my second point is that...
No, what is your first point?
My first point is that...
You have been more muddled up this morning.
Order in court, please. Order.
The plaintiff is not entitled to overreach my objection to the reliefs endorsed on the face of his motion paper on his application for an injunction. Because those reliefs were endorsed on his motion for injunction. And in my affidavit in opposition, I have raised an objection to the manner in which the reliefs are couched.
Hold on.
Yes, my lady.